All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, October 23rd, set today by Enigmatist. I think we had Enigmatist a month ago. I looked him up. He's been setting for quite a while and sets under a lot of different pseudonyms. The Enigmatist one, I think, comes from Elgar and his Enigma variations. Anyway, let's see what Enigmatist has. My memory is that it was a very tough one last time. All right, illegal betting for Yankees game, book opening. Ah, do we have a baseball reference for a change from the usual cricket? Um, yeah, it sounds to me like the second half is the wordplay, so illegal betting maybe? Something like the numbers game, or no, I don't see it. Is pinching more than just a dram? Well, I wonder if IS is going to pinch or go around, but then it can only go around two letters. Yeah, I don't see that. Oh, here, this may be cricket. Milestones in MCC, which I think stands for the Marylebone, how do you pronounce that? Marylebone Cricket Club. Um, something said, oh, well, of course, MCC is also Roman numerals, and it's 1200. So could it be 12 centuries? Now, why would those be milestones? Hmm. Yeah, I'm a little worried that 12 centuries fits, but it may not be the right answer. Oh, we'll find out. I think here, yeah, I can think of a three. Well, I've maybe because the count of each the letters in each word doesn't have to include an apostrophe. High Court judges dictum reportedly recognized Johnny and Zoe's statements. Well, here I think it helps to be old enough to remember Johnny Ball, who I think is still going because he pops up on the number file videos since he is a mathematician. He had a program on the BBC to do with numbers, but I can't remember what it was called. But I think he was on Play School as well. And then his daughter Zoe is a television presenter in Britain. So I'm thinking the five-letter word is going to be balls. Um, but how would that be High Court judge's dictum? Is it something that a judge famously said? Of course, there's the comment about Jeffrey Archer's wife. Wasn't something about how lovely and fragrant she was. Um, but what would that be to do with balls? Oh, could it be a line judge in tennis high court? They're in a tennis court. They sit in a high chair, and new balls, please, they would say. But how is that reportedly? Oh, I think it's a homophone. If you knew someone, you recognize them. Then we have the balls. And statements might be please, Pleas. Again, I'm not completely convinced of that, but at least now I know that it could still be, did I miscount? It could be something centuries. Yeah, I really do want that to be centuries. Anyway, let me go back. Oh, now we have a B. If that is right, dress carried to the northeast. I really wanted it to be a four-letter word for carried followed by NE. Um, and it would mean dress as a verb or a noun. Could it be something to do with the northeast of England? No. How about pest got savvy? No. A sort of girl chosen for manipulating defection. Well, manipulating might be an anagram indicator. Let's see, we have 8 and 8, 16. Sort and girl is 8. Of and chosen is 8. So I think it's going to be an anagram of sort of girl chosen. We have an ing ending, which I think might be the 8-letter word. And 3-letter word, we have the. So defection, something, the something, defection. Let's try the anagram helper. Sort of girl chosen. Try to click the right button. Unfortunately, they break it in a bad way there, but it could be something for something. No, I think I need some more letters for that one. All right, ooh, another 15-letter one. As subtraction turns out peculiarly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if subtraction turns out with the difference between the two numbers, so maybe with a difference? Would that mean, yeah, I think peculiarly might just mean something that is different, has a difference. All right, let's see if 5 across agrees with that. Toronto icon is unable to flush out a debtor. Well, I've been to Toronto and I've even gone up the CN Tower. I didn't enjoy it. I have a terrible fear of heights, but I think is unable is can't, but you flush out the letter A, and then a debtor is an ower. All right, so with seems to be right. Now we do have a C and a T. So it's, oh yeah, so that could be the defection. No, I don't see it. Intensely dislikes supporting theater shows. I think it's going to mean shows, and I think we have a word, first of all, for theater. Oh, we've seen rep before. And then it might be a word for intensely dislikes, detests, and it's going to mean shows, which could be shows that are put on at a theater, are displays, a verb. I don't see it. No. All right, let's go back to the crosses. Oh no, former England wicketkeeper who's seen at the top of the order. I hope it's not cricket knowledge. I hope former is X. England would be E. Now, what's wicket keeper? Is that abbreviated? Who's seen? Well, the top of the order too could be an O. So, yeah, don't know that. Fool will not work to include lyric. I wonder if the definition is fool, which again could be a noun or a verb, and something, a word meaning will not work, and that's going to include something for a lyric. No. Oh, ode, maybe? No, I don't see that. Small, oh yeah, let's see if the C is right. Small engine used to pull buggy. I have a feeling we have to separate pull and buggy. Maybe it is, what do you call those train engines that are just used to pull other things around? There is a name for them. Buggy could mean full of bugs. No. Old number one in Telegraph punches local independent compiler PDQ. I think Enigmatist has pseudonyms he uses at other newspapers, so I'm sure there's a bit of an in-joke here. Number one in Telegraph might just be the T, and that punches goes in the middle of local, could be pub or inn. Independent might be I. Not sure. Compiler, setter, of course, or me. Oh, yeah. I'm wondering if PDQ is the definition, like in no time. But what's old doing? I do like in no time. We would put an N for 5 down to be an ing. But then we would have an O here. Sort of girl chosen does have three O's. So I wonder if it's going to be L-double-O. No, I don't see that one either. A bureaucrat in part panjandrum and a ringleader. Oh dear. In part, maybe a hidden clue. Yeah, I'm wondering. Romandar. I don't know. Is that a word? Umandari. Oh, we do have an N there, so. Oh, a mandarin, of course. Ah, yes. Thank God they had that N. Otherwise, I may not have seen it. But yeah, you can refer to a bureaucrat as a mandarin. All right. What helps to produce portrait if eyewitnesses can recall? Oh, I'm wondering if the F is part of if going backwards, maybe? What was the system the police used to use to make a portrait from an eyewitness? Identikit, I think. But I'm wondering if it could be iFit or something like that. Yeah, I'm assuming difference is right, of course. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, feature of Carry On Nurse, pricking our Bernie's nose comically with needle. Ah, Is it going to be a feature of Carry On Nurse, like something humor, or just maybe a prop that would be used, bedpan, or otherwise, could it be Needle? And who is our Bernie? Was there an actor Bernie in the Carry On films? I don't recall. There was the comedian with the, what was the big dog he had, a Saint Bernard? Um, no, getting reaction a bit wrong. Passport is in front of general. Wow. Yes, I'm wondering if it's getting reaction as the definition, and it could be something from chemistry. A bit wrong might be an anagram of a bit. We have the I already. BAIT. And then passport, could that just simply be an ID? Is in front of general might be just a synonym for general, or maybe the front of general is the G. Maybe in, and then, oh yeah, actually, I think it is just cluing an ing ending for getting reaction. Yeah, there might be something to do with baiting, baiting someone to get a reaction, but it's a longer word than that, I feel. All right, insert cosmetic must be just a double definition. Uh, I think it's liner, and insert might be a liner, and then cosmetic could be eyeliner. I am not mad about that one either. All right, may as well finish the crosses. Really just one left. Screening thirds. This examiner does lines from sonnets. Yeah, screening thirds makes me think it's going to be something where we take every third letter, or we remove every third letter. And then it might be lines from sonnets like, hexameters or something like that. Couplets. But I'm not seeing, I mean, if we take out the third letter of this, we're left with THS. That's not going to be right. This examiner does lines from sonnets. No. All right, let's go back to the downs. All right, house buyer. I am confident in the M. House buyer may want these scams unattributable to rockers. I don't think it's wordplay, although scams maybe giving us the M, but I think it might be a punning double definition. I think it's going to be house buyer may want these. And then scams unattributable to rockers. Is that rockers as in rock and rollers or rocking chairs? These scams. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Go down as many will with strike at end of lane. Well, the surface is suggesting bowling. Um, I wonder if the first word could be fall, go down, as many will, with strike at end of lane. Something pins. It could be another ing ending, but no. All right, leading actor. Oh, is this G going to be right? Leading actor passing round tips from great experience. I think great experience might be the definition, but with a question mark. Oh, the tips from great might be the G and the T. And if that G is right, then I can't see a word ending in GT something. And it would mean experience, I think, with a word for leading actor, star. Maybe it's the first letters from great experience. So maybe it's leading, our leading actor. No, actor passing around the G and the E. And it would mean leading. No, I don't see it. Mark very particularly. Chopping cabbage up in one go. I think in one go might be the definition. 2-4. Mark very particularly. Oh, chopping cabbage up might be slaw. Um, yeah, I don't know. Very tricky today. All right, how about in rising, painfully winged archer? Well, I thought it might be a hidden clue with reversal in rising. Painfully, oh, but I think it might be, yeah, so it's a word for painfully, which is sore, and that goes backwards and gives us Eros, who I presume is the winged archer from mythology. All right. So let's look at one then. Oh, it could be something numbers. A book? Yeah, it actually numbers came up on a recent crossword as a book of the Bible. Illegal betting. What's the Yankees game? Now, of course, you think of the New York Yankees who are in the World Series this year for the first time in a while. But it might be some other game. The Yankees. Oh, could it be an anagram of Yankees? I don't see one. No. But if that was numbers at the end, this would be an M. I don't see something L, something M. It actually is numbers, but it's numbers rackets are illegal betting. And so the book is opening, numbers opens up, and then A Yankees game must be rackets, I suppose, as an older form of tennis. Is that right? We will find out at 15 squared, but I'm fairly confident in that, which gives me some nice starting letters, thank goodness. Is pinching more than just a dram? I'm wondering if it could be nips. But the only thing is, nips is plural. We do have nips hidden in is pinching. And there's nothing to indicate reversal. Then this would begin with a P. Former England wicketkeeper who's seen at the top of the order, pecking order. Was there someone called Pex, perhaps? I don't know. All right, what are now my milestones? Of course, still not sure about centuries, but MCC, 1,000, 200, 1,200. No. Dress carried. Oh, could it be dress carried to the north? And then the definition is east? I do like enrobe as a synonym for dress. Carried. Ah, yes. Carried is born, Borne, which goes to the north. It's upside down. And then E for east at the end. Oh my goodness. All right. Pest got savvy. I think it will be a pest of some kind, but is got just a joining word, or do we need to factor that in? No, I don't see it. Oh, here's now. Yeah, sort of girl chosen for manipulating and defection. I'm going to just pause and think about what that, something for defection, like changing the team or changing sides. I have no idea. All right, I had to step away there for a little while, but I'm back. While I was on pause, I did work out this anagram on paper, and it is crossing the floor. Floor was the first word I spotted, and then worked backwards from there. All right, let me pause and get my breath back. All right, well, I looked while I was paused there at the house buyer may want these, and I remembered a phrase from long ago, also an album by The Jam, All Mod Cons, All Modern Conveniences. So scams, yeah, are cons, and of course, mods were the rivals of the rockers. So they are all mod cons. Very good. All right. Ooh, it doesn't begin with S. Small engine. Buggy. I mean, lice? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Engine used. Oh, ICE is an internal combustion engine. But what is the L doing? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go ahead and check it. No, all right. So one wrong today so far. Well, I won't give up on it yet. I'll give it another think. Easy for me to say. All right, here was our bowling one. No. Oh, this does look like it might be in no time. Dare I click on the check this button? Well, let me try. There's old, I think is the O, and number one in telegraph. And they punch, oh, local is an in, and independent would be I, and the compiler is me. All right, so I'm confident in that. I'm not even going to click the check this button. All right, this I thought was going to mean shows. And we're going to have maybe rep followed by intensely dislikes. Oh, represents. Yeah, I think if you resent, maybe you dislike. Yeah, I think that's good. Yes, I think this is that photo. I said photo kit, maybe photo fit. But maybe maybe it's now iFit. Maybe it's more electronic eFit. Let's see. Portrait, if eyewitnesses can recall. Is it a hidden? I do see eFit is hidden backwards, so I think it might be eFit. Let's check that one. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, of course, a feature of Carry On Nurse would be a double entendre, sometimes a single entendre. Pricking. Oh, I think our Bernie's nose comically might be an anagram of our Bernie's nose with needle. Let me count the letters there. Bernie's is 7 and nose is, yeah, another 4, 11, 3, 14. Yeah, I have too many letters, so and I'm not going to pause and work it out exactly where those letters are coming from. Because I think we have all the letters of needle as well. Maybe we need to know who our Bernie is. Although we do have our, and I think we have Oh no, we don't have an I. So it can't be Bernie. Who is our Bernie? No idea. All right, getting reaction a bit wrong. Passport is in front of general. Oh, could it be oxidizing? Let's see. Passport. I think a bit wrong might be an X. Passport then is the ID, is in, and the front of general. I'm not sure where the O is coming from. Yeah, so let me check this one. It is right, but don't fully understand it. All right. A leading actor, I think there is the word stager. He was an old stager. I think passing round tips. Oh, hold on. Why don't I put an A in there? Um, I don't know. The leading actor is like, oh, I think it's an andlet star, goes around the G and the E. And so the whole clue defines an old actor with great experience, could be a stager. Oh, could this be right? Oh, in one go, I think is on block and block. So let's see. Mark very particularly chopping cabbage up. I don't see that at all. Let me go ahead and check that one. It is right, but beats the hell out of me. All right, here's our screening thirds. Our screening, maybe? This examiner does lines from sonnets. No, don't see it. All right. Go down, as many will, with strike at end of lane. Oh, yes, maybe it's something. Ah, yes, fall like nine pins. Yeah, so I think it's just a cryptic definition saying that if you fall, you go down like the things at the end of a bowling lane, you'll fall like nine pins. That's a little disappointing. That's all there is to it. All right. Fool. Oh, I think it's something top. Like a uh what's an old insult for a fool? A carrot top, a cabbage top, a turnip top. What's the will not work to include lyric. Oh, a wooden top, which was one of those little animated things on the BBC before my time, but I do remember the band in the 80s, I think, called the Wooden Tops. Will not work. I think the lyric is the ode. And yes, and will not is won't. And then work is OP. We often see that. All right, here is our pest got savvy. That's a very unusual letter pattern. Yeah, let me pause and think about that one. Well, I could not think of any word that matched that letter pattern, so I had to go to wordplays.com. And apart from Anna Sewell, who wrote Black Beauty, there is something called a sawfly. And I think if you got something, you saw it, metaphorically. And if you're savvy, you're fly, pretty fly. All right, here's our former England wicketkeeper who's seen at the top of the order. Oh, I wonder if it could be somebody at the top of a religious order. No, I don't get that. And this is pinching more than just a dram. I'm going to go ahead and put in nips here. Let's check it. It is right, but I have no idea why, so we'll have to check that. If it is just a hidden clue in reverse, but all right, so then who's seen at the top of the order. Piper, poker, paper. Yeah, I have a feeling it is going to be a former England wicket keeper. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reveal that one. Pryor. Um, must be a former cricket player. But then the other definition, who's seen at the top. Oh, it is a prior at the top of a religious order. Okay. But very, very tricky. Ah, I wonder if it could be maiden centuries. I know a maiden over is when the other team doesn't score any runs, but I think a maiden century, maybe a century where when in your first game or something. Anyway, let's check it. It is right, but don't get that. All right, I'm going to put in my Elise. No. All right, let's reveal it. Loco. So, okay. I see now. So a small version of locomotive, and then used to pull, I suppose, an engine used to pull would be a locomotive. And if you're buggy, maybe you're a little crazy, you're loco. Clever. So then we have, I mean, this examiner suggests that is the answer. This examiner does lines from sonnets. Screening thirds. And now I'm going to go to word plays and see what words match this pattern. Well, systems was a word I thought of on my own, but I can't make that fit. But word plays does have a word sestets that are groups of 6 lines, and I think sonnets can be, I mean, there are many ways to arrange them in the 14 lines, but I think you can have groups of 6, 2 groups of 6 lines, and then a final couplet. So I think lines from sonnets is the definition. And then screening thirds, this examiner does line? No, does. Anyway, let's check this. It is correct. My goodness, that was a tough one today. Let's check all. Is everything still there? Yes, it is. Let's head over to 15 squared and see what those good people are saying. All right, the blog today is by Peter O. I felt the brunt of an enigmatist just back in July. At least this time I managed to parse everything to my satisfaction, but it was a struggle. Well, I'm glad to see that even someone as experienced as one of the bloggers at 15 squared found it tough going. All right. Legal betting for Yankees is the definition. Okay. And then game is just rackets. All right. With opening indicating the order. Yeah, yeah. And then Johnny and Zoe Ball. New recognized. Yeah. Oh, the wicketkeeper Matt Pryor. Took quite a bit of digging to get that one. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, and EFIT, yeah, hidden in reversal, all right. 21, okay, so tend is nurse, is an anagram of our plus B is Bernie's nose. I don't think I've seen nose used to indicate the first letter, but there was a Bernie Bishop was a character in Carry On Nurse. R. Bernard Bresslaw, along with many a double entendre. All right, That is very tricky parsing there. And oxidizing, O is a bit, oh, I should know from binary. Yeah, zeros and ones, plus wrong, plus ID, plus is in G. All right, I got that bit. All right, this examiner does. I take it that the more normal word order would be examiner does this, sets tests, but without the third letters, minus the third letter of each word. Wow. Now, an Italian sonnet consists of an octave, 8 lines, followed by a sestet. Okay. That is very tricky as well. All right, nips. It's just simply a double definition. More than just a single dram would be many nips, and is pinching nips. All right. All right, maiden, a kind of double definition with MCC being that cricket club I can't pronounce, and M is a maiden from cricket, plus 2 centuries. But yeah, I'm not sure what maiden centuries are exactly. All right, I got the enrobe. I think I got most of these. Took me a while to get crossing the floor. All mod cons, stager. Yeah, okay, so N block is an envelope of NB, marked very particularly NB. In E lock, a reversal of coal for cabbage. Wow. Very tricky. Very, very tricky. What are the counters saying? My second ever completed enigmatist. Well done, Dave. Finished it, but hated it. All right. Gaping holes in my knowledge. Yeah, definitely a lot of things. Wooden tops, from the 1950s. Wow. Also a uniformed police officer or a dimwit. Oh, interesting. Etymology. All right, well, that was a tricky one. I enjoyed it. I did not hate it. I loved it. Anyway, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day.